Okay, so this is 4.5 of algebra. So now we're going to be writing the equations for the functions. So let's check out our got it problem here. It says a landfill has 50,000 tons of waste in it. Each month it accumulates an average of 420 more tons of waste. What is a function rule that represents the total amount of waste after m months? So let's just use t for total. So we're going to write an equation of how much waste there is, the total of the waste. So t is going to be our total. So it says that it already has 50,000. So I should write 50,000 already. And then I need to add how much we have per month. Well, it gets 420 tons of waste per month. So after 1 month, it has 420 tons more. After 2 months, we need to be adding 840, right? 420 times 2. After 3 months, we're going to have to add 420 times 3. And we're going to keep multiplying. So we're going to add 420m. And that would be our function rule. Okay, so let's just look at this one. It's a concert revenue. A concert seating plan is shown below. Reserved seating is sold out. So this area is sold out. Total revenue from ticket sales will depend on the number of general seating tickets sold. So they've already sold out all these, so we can calculate how much that is total, how much money they're making from that. And then they're not sure how many people are going to buy the general seating. So they calculated out, it's $25 per ticket, and there's 10 rows, and there's 12 seats per row. So we do 25 times 10 times 12. And so they got that right here. And then each general seating ticket costs $10. So if one person buys a ticket, it's going to be $10. If 2 people buy tickets, it'll be 20. If 3 buy, it'll be 30, right? You multiply 10 times the number of tickets. So here we do 10n. And we get our final equation, r equals 10n plus, and this simplifies to be 3,000. And then they wanted to know, what is the maximum possible total revenue? So if they sold out all these tickets, then they would have their maximum revenue, or the amount of money that they make. So there's 30 rows and there's 16 seats. So we do 30 times 60, which is 480. So there's 480 seats in there. So if all those seats were sold out, that'd be 480 times 10. And then we add that 3,000, and you get a total revenue of 7,800. Okay. A kennel charges $15 per day to board dogs. Upon arrival, each dog must have a flea bath that costs $10. Write a function rule for the total cost for n days of boarding plus a bath. So we'll call it T again, our total. So they have to pay that initial $12. No matter how long they stay, they have to pay that $12 just once. So I'm going to have 12 plus, and then each day it costs $15. So if we're just there for 1 day, that'll be 15. 2 days, that'll be 30. 3 days, that'll be 45. All I'm doing there, yes, I'm adding 15, but if we add 15 for a really long time, that's the same thing as multiplying. So 15n. And then it says, how much does it cost? How much does a 10-day stay cost? So I'm going to plug in 10. So T equals 12 plus 15 times 10. That's 12 plus 150, which is 162. So it would cost $162 to stay for 10 days. Okay, and writing a nonlinear function rule. So in the equation in the problem they have, it says, write a function rule for the area of a rectangle. Remember, rectangle area is A equals L times W, length times width, whose length is 5 more than its width. So if the width is 10, the length is 5 more, so the length is 15. If the length is, or if the width is 2, the length would be 5 more, which would be 7. So length, what we were doing there is we were taking the width and we were adding 5. So then I can substitute this in for my L here. So my equation then would become, well, we're running out of room. I'm going to jump over here. A equals W plus 5 times W. And I could distribute that in, and I would get W squared plus 5W. And that would be my equation. So let's try our own here. It says write a function rule for the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle, area is 1/2 base times height. Whose height is 4 inches more. So if we're saying 4 more, that's adding 4. Then twice the length of its base. So height is, remember, is equal sign. So H equals 4 more, that's adding. So adding 4. Then twice the length of its base. Twice means multiplying by 2. So this is 2b. So I got 4 plus 2b. So then I'm going to plug that in. I get A equals 1/2. Oh, we keep our b. But then instead of H, I'm plugging in 4 plus 2b. And then I should probably simplify it so it looks a little nicer. So I'll distribute these guys in. So I have A equals 1/2 4b plus 2. B times b is b squared. And then I can distribute in that 1/2. 1/2 times 4b is 2b. 1/2 times 2b squared is just b squared. So our equation is A equals 2b plus b squared. And then they want to know, what is the area of the triangle when the length of its base, so in B, is 16? So A equals 2 times 16 plus 16 squared. So we're going to simplify this. 2 times 16 is 32 plus 16 squared is 256. 256 plus 32 is 288. So the area is 288 inches squared. And there's your homework.